Hello everyone, how you doing? My name is Diane and this is Madam Butterfly Tarot, and this is a quick little pick a card reading for the 22nd of August, Monday. So yeah, this is number 1, number 2, number 3. This is a type of selenite called Desert Rose. That's pyrite, the shiny one, and this one over here, this is moonstone. Kind of glassy looking one. So I will give you a second to pick your pile before we get into this. And you know, if you want a little bit more time, you can pause the video, right? So that's pile number 3, number 2. So pile number 1, the Desert Rose. You have number 3, the Tower. Unplug and relax for a spell. So first thing out, I think you need to take a little bit of time off. You might have been worrying about something because you have, oh yeah, for sure. Okay, hold on a second. You have the 5 of Cups, change your focus. You have 38, toil and labor, pile number 1. So you are working too hard, and you have within the next few weeks. So something is going to change within the next few weeks, okay? Or they might be saying you've got a lot of work coming in the next few weeks. You're either working very hard now, or you're going to be working very hard in the future, like in the next few weeks. Or you're working towards some kind of goal that's going to be happening within the next few weeks. It's going to be some kind of change. They're definitely saying like you need to relax a little bit, because I feel like you've been working way too hard. Like all of your focus may have been going on work, because you have the 5 of Cups here, change your focus. So you know, all of your time you might have just been like toiling and laboring. Like it might be actual work, or you just always have like a list of chores and you never really let yourself rest. But they're definitely saying you need to kind of take some time out for yourself, do some nice things for yourself. Some of you may be overworking yourselves as a distraction, because you have the 5 of Cups, which often talks about something kind of making you sad, you know? So if that's the case, if that's what you're doing, I feel like there's some kind of change coming within the next few weeks, like some kind of breakthrough. So they're saying, you really don't need to be focusing so much on like working yourself into the ground, okay? Because maybe for example, like with the I don't know, just for example, say you're waiting for a love to come in, or you're waiting to meet someone or something, and you're like, well, if I can't be with this person right now, then I may as well just work myself into the ground to stop myself from being sad, right? They're saying like, don't do that, okay? Make sure you're taking time off for yourself, because there's going to be some change within the next few weeks. That could also be about your work, okay? So I hope that was helpful, pile number 1. Many thanks for watching, and let's move on to pile number 2. So number 2 is the pyrite. Okay, pile number 2, you have, ooh, I like this card, you have bitch fire. Stand up for yourself, number 16. Okay, you have the 9 of Swords, darkest fears. You have trust, and you have gift. So you're obviously worrying about something with the 9 of Swords here, okay? Maybe you're not sleeping because you're worrying about something. Maybe you're just kind of getting here, because this is a blue card. Some of you may need to, blue throat chakra. Sorry, that was that leap there. Blue is the color of the throat chakra. Some of you may need to kind of literally speak up for yourselves about something. You may have someone in your life, or it's some kind of situation, maybe it's at work. Maybe they're working you into the ground or something like that. You may have been drawn to pile number 1 as well, but I feel like for some of you kind of need to speak up for yourselves about something, because it feels like anxiety, and I've been there myself. I often get into this kind of anxious state myself, and it's like, it's difficult to describe, but like when, you know, when you're someone who's just really, you know, you don't like conflict, and you're maybe a bit of a people pleaser, and you've maybe had people your whole life who kind of try and shout you down and all this kind of stuff. If you're with someone or a group of people, you know, because it could be a group of people in your work, it could be your boss, who are kind of, you know, like a bit aggressive, and they sort of ride roughshod over you and they try to silence you. It's kind of sometimes like they might be gaslighting you, which is leading, because I feel like there's a little bit of confusion. You see how his head's spinning and he looks very kind of confused and tired, you know, like a bit spaced out. So it might be that you're getting to that kind of stage with something, and I feel like you maybe need to take a bit of a step back and realize that whoever this person is or whatever the situation is, they don't own you. They don't get to ride roughshod over you. They don't get to tell you what to do. They don't get to silence you, okay? Just because they are an awful person doesn't mean that they get to, you know, speak and you don't get to speak, okay? It should be the opposite. You're a good person. You should be the one putting yourself out there. You should be the one speaking. Whoever it is that's doing this to you, they're the one that needs to be silenced, okay? So there could be something here about working on your throat chakra as well. If you want to know more about that, check out my other channel. I have a video on it. It's a matter very close to my heart, because I feel like, you see, I feel like it's not so much about the trust on this card. You see how the higher self is kind of emerging from behind the person, right? They want you to know that you're protected, okay? And I feel like you may have some kind of gift in terms of speaking, or there's some kind of gift, some kind of innate gift to do with your personality or a talent that you have that needs to come out, because you will find, and I have seen this with many people, like if there's someone who has something really to offer the world, you will find that there's a lot of people who try to suppress it. Those are the types of people that they usually kind of come for that type of person, right? Because it's like jealousy, they don't want to see you shine, this kind of thing. I feel like this, you may be going through some kind of test here, or this may have been happening your whole life, maybe like a sequence of tests. And I feel like now you're starting to stand up for yourself, because your higher self is kind of coming through and being like, why are you allowing this? You know what I mean? And I feel like you have some kind of gift to offer the world, but in order to do that, you need to start standing up for yourself, speaking up for yourself. Stop letting these people ride roughshod over you and make you downtrodden. They have no right to do that, okay? And usually the people that do that are bullies. And they don't deserve to be heard, frankly, because they usually don't have anything to say, like anything relevant to say. They just like to shout over other people. So I feel like that's what your message is, pile number 2. I got a little excited there, sorry, but it's a matter close to my heart. I really hate bullies with a violent passion. So I hope it was useful. Pile number 3, thank you so much for, pile number 2, thank you so much for watching. And pile number 3, the Moonstone. So you guys have the sword, number 7, make the change. So some of you might literally be thinking about cutting your hair. Okay, you have the Ace of Wands, new vitality. Oh, I see where this is going. You have you're ready. If I can get it to focus. You have you're ready, and you have number 19, which obviously adds up to a 10, the coffin. So, you know, 10s in the tarot are all about endings, and you have the Ace of Wands here, which are all about new beginnings. So there's some kind of change that you've maybe been thinking about making, or that Spirit has been pushing you to make, or that you know you need to make, but maybe you don't want to. They're telling you it's time. It's ready, okay? There's something that needs to end. And with the coffin, there's something that needs to end forever, whatever it is, because there's something new that wants to come in. But the new can't come in until you get rid of the old, right? You have to make space for the new to come in. You know, it's like clearing out your wardrobe, right? There's no point in going out and buying new clothes if your old you know, if your old minging clothes that don't fit you anymore are cluttering up the cupboard. Do you know what I mean? Because you've got nowhere to put your new stuff. So I feel like there's a change happening, and it's something that you need to end because something new is coming in, okay? So I hope that was helpful, pile number 3. Thank you so much for watching. And always, as always, many blessings, love and light.